Hi there! In this short video, I'll show you how to organize your digital records using a simple and scalable file structure that aligns with your retention schedules. Let's get started. We'll use a three-level structure that mirrors the organization of a retention schedule: functions, activities, and DANs, otherwise known as record series or record types. A three-level file structure keeps things clear and easy to manage by organizing files to match retention schedules. It also works well across an entire agency, making it simple for everyone to use and scale as more records are added. So in this example, Level 1 includes the function of agency administration and management. And Level 2 includes the activity of community and external relations. And Level 3 shows the DANs for feedback and complaints, as well as media coverage. I've changed the color of the media coverage folder to visually indicate that it is an archival record type. You'll also notice that the DAN numbers are added at the end of each of the folder titles. DAN titles can get too long for our purposes with this folder structure, but the DAN numbers never will. So first, let's file an email. So this email contains feedback from one of our agency customers and includes an attachment. We'll want to save it as an MSG, otherwise known as the Outlook message format, which should be the default file type. We'll also rename it to something a little bit more useful. So we'll start with the date, 2024/12/30, and this is a complaint. And we'll go ahead and save it to the feedback and complaints folder. Next, we want to go ahead and file an invoice. And let's pull that up from our training folders. So we have an invoice here for office supplies, but before we move it, we'll also want to rename it. So let's go ahead and rename this. Again, we'll start with the date, 2024/12/30, and this is an invoice. All right. So let's go ahead and move this under financial management, accounting, and fiscal. And so you have the general financial transactions folder. That's where that's going to live. All right. So finally, we'll file a compliance report in PDF format. Because the file name is already looking okay, I'm going to keep it as is. Whether file names start with dates or titles depends on your organizational needs. Consider naming a file with the date first if the date is critical, and lead with the title if the topical grouping makes more sense. We'll move this particular file to the minor studies folder, which I think we're going to find here in the agency administration and management, reporting and studies. And here we go, there's the minor studies. Awesome. By following this structure, you'll keep your digital records organized, accessible, and compatible with your retention schedules. It's a small effort now that saves big time later. And as for file names, be consistent where you can. Avoid special characters and spaces by using underscores and dashes, and keep file names short but useful. Thanks for watching.